What's going on, guys? It's Harrison here, and we're back on the PX3 channel. So this is the first video for the year, and I'm going to go over the Blue Eyes deck for the TCG. So this doesn't come out until the 14th of February, but I currently have access to the cards because I'm in Korea at the moment. And leading up to the YCS, AYT has started running events again, and for the first one I ended up playing this deck and I ended up winning the whole thing. So we want to use this as an excuse to sort of like go over the deck, do a deck profile, and just talk about like the Blue Eyes deck for people who want to play it after the structure deck comes out. So yeah, we'll just get into it. So starting off, we have two Blue Eyes White Dragon. So whichever art you run, I guess says a lot about you. I use this one because one of my friends gave me these in high school, so I just want to keep using them. They're like copies I've had for ages and they mean a lot to me. So being able to play these cards and for them to be good, I don't know, I say good, they're still like 3k vanillas, they're not that great unless you have a certain side card set. But yeah, no. You have to play two, one loses to Bestials, and having two lets you do some really cool combos, which we'll see later, maybe. Like I'll think I'll do a combo video later on. Not right now though, because my setup is super scuffed right now. I might do that one once I'm back in Australia and once the TCG cards are out. We then play 3 Maiden. This is a new card in the structure deck. While it's in your hand or field, you can send it to the graveyard to play some True Light from your deck, and then if Blue Eyes White Dragon summon to your field, it just reborns itself. It's a very strong card, it's a really good extender, it's also a starter. It plays under draw, it's really flexible. Then for our other Blue Eyes monster starter, we play 3 Sage. This card is really good now because it searches Maiden, which is your best card. Yeah, if you already have Maiden, you can search Effect Veiler, so it's a very versatile card. And if you draw one and it gets impermed, you can just normal summon a second one, so it's really cool. It like pushes through a lot. And then for the final Blue Eyes starter we play is 2 of the Prayers of Eyes of Blue, I think is the name. I can't read Korean very well, and even if I can, I could probably just sound out letters and not know what it means. This card's okay. You discard 1 card and add a level 1 Light Tuner and 1 Blue Eyes Spell and Trap from deck to hand. So it's like, alright, but then like it, what is it? It's very bad into Droll and Ash Blossom, and then the lines that start with this are also weaker, and it's your like worst starter, and it gets really bad as the game progresses because you have to search a spell and trap, and there's only 3 targets for this in the deck, and one of those is a True Light, which we're always grabbing off Maiden, so it becomes dead very quickly. It can also bash itself in a graveyard to equip a Blue Eyes with a Blue Eyes X-Spec monster, so it has some cool effects which are relevant for other cards. But those are the Blue Eyes like starters. For the actual like best card in the deck, we play 3 copies of Primite. Primate Dragon Ether Barrel, I think is the TCG name. This card is crazy because Primate cards are really good, especially with vanillas. And the TCG change to this adding back during every standby phase makes this card really broken. Like it makes your 1 card combos with this a lot stronger, and it means you've just got guaranteed follow up in games where you shouldn't. So this card's really good. Then, because it's really good, we play 6 copies of it, so this card is just the same. This one is better to start with if your opponent doesn't have interaction. Sorry, this one's better if your opponent has Ash Blossom. This one's better if your opponent has Imperm. Because if this gets Ash Blossom, sorry, if Ash Blossom this tonight Drill Beam. So if I Ash Blossom this, and you discard Drill Beam, which you search off this, you can reset because you control Barrel, so you play better into Ash Blossom. But if you normal summon this and gets Impermed, you'd rather have this, so you still get another body for the Blue Eyes. These cards are really strong, and they're super strong because of Primite Drill Beam. This card is Strike, but you can just, that's a quick play spell, but you just loop every single turn. It is how you win the game. You just hand trap your opponent a bunch, normal summon and Barrel, eventually the effect goes through, you grab Drill Beam, and then every turn you're just striking a card. It's so good. We play 1 Prosperity, just because it gets us to Barrel as well. And if we broke up Barrel, we want to have the Blue Eyes cards. If we got the Blue Eyes cards, we want to get Barrel. it sort of just like gets what you're missing, and post side you can dig for some board breakers. Then for the last ones we play is one Saga Visor Blue, just a normal spell that special summons a blue-eyes monster from your hand, deck, graveyard, or banished. And if you control Blue-Eyes White Dragon, you can summon any Blue-Eyes monster, so you can reborn Spirit Dragon and some other synchros. Pretty cool. One copy of Majesty of White Dragon, I think it's called. You reveal any number of Blue-Eyes at resolution in your hand, field, graveyard, and pop that many cards. So non-targeting pop 2 usually is really strong. One Mausoleum. Gives you additional summon and lets you send a Blue-Eyes. So then you can do some cool combos where you target maiden to get additional Blue-Eyes on field. Very good. You search off a new Link one, and then True Light. Yeah, just like makes that deck whole completely function. Being able to place this turn 1 is really good. Feels like I'm just like using the Bellion effect whenever I activate maiden. So yeah, it's a pretty cool card. Then for the non-injured I'm running, so that was 22 cards. So rest is non-injured, 3 copies of Fua. This card's pretty good. Hits hits a lot of decks, gets you value. And since we play so many hand traps, we're always going to get more off it. And sometimes you need your opponent to make like a nothing board so you can like crack it. 3 Impum. Card's good, stops Door Drive. 2 Purge. Card's good, stops Door Drive. 3 Ash. Card's good, stops Door Drive. 2 Vela. Card's good, stops Door Drive. 2 Nib. Card's good, sometimes stops Door Drive depending on what they're doing. And then 3 Bestials because they stop the Fiendsmith cards, so these cards can stop the Door Drive. These sort of conflict, but if you Bestial their Fiendsmith line, you can then like purge afterwards, and the only one like that needs to activate is Magmoot, and that activates before, so you search Barrel and End Phase to play. And then if your opponent just like skips a Door Drive and goes for Detonator, like you just make a Typhon and have Purge to set later. We played this. I don't recommend this lineup. It's just like with the AYT games, they usually get a lot of spectators, and then information gets passed around. So I like having like a very diverse range of hand traps, like 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, because then people don't know like what to play around, and like can confuse people. So that's like fine. But it should be like 3 or something. Like I'll fix it up later towards YCS, but they're fine for the event. And finally, next we have extra deck. So 2 Spirit Dragon. You only need 2 of this. You can, if you want to play 3, it seems unnecessary. Like maybe when you get nibbed it's nice, but then you can do other stuff if you get nibbed because of Crimson Dragon, so that's fun. One, I think it's Blue Eyes Ultimate Spirit Dragon. This card's really cool. You summon it off Spirit. It's like a negate, and they can't Bestial you. And if it dies, it reborns Spirit Dragon. It's really good. 1 Crimson Dragon. So usually you're going to end on 2 of these. So first one on your opponent's turn is going to summon this. Then second one's going to summon Crimson Dragon. And Crimson Dragon's going to summon Blazer. I prefer this over Cypher. Like against Mitsurugi, Cypher might be better. But if you just get the ritual summons, it doesn't matter. So this card, and then you can like, this card will come back to your end phase anyway, so you dodge with the Geki effect. Like this card's really strong. Cypher isn't like as good, so yeah, I'll keep with that. Then 1 Lightstorm Dragon. This card does not exist in Korea unless I want to open a whole box of Supreme Darkness, and I do not feel like doing that right now. This card is Heavy Storm. It comes on Supreme Darkness. Like if it's special summoned, you target spell and traps on the field up to a number of vanillas in your field and graveyard +1 and blow them up. So if you have 1, you pop 2 cards. If you have 2, you pop 3 cards. It's very strong, and if it dies, like off Spirit Dragon, it resets any spell and trap from your graveyard. So it's very strong. Does a lot. 1 Moonlight. So this just bounces a monster and summon. So this can tag out into an Omni, and then you have like back row monster removal or another Omni. And this card's extra cool because you can use a level 1 tuner plus a Bestial to make it if you don't want it to like die. So then you can remove something in your turn, that's a bounce in your opponent's turn. It's really cool. Then fusions, we play 1 Neo Blue Eyes Ultimate Dragon. So you equip this with Prayer to put in graveyard, and then it has a target negation for Blue Eyes, for a card that targets a Blue Eyes monster. So these can't be targeted, this can't be targeted, it's very strong. Then you also play one Tyrant Burst, because sometimes you make this go in second and it resets Dominus Purge or Imperm or other floodgates per side. It's very strong. Xyz, we play one Sky Crisis and one Aggregator. This is your cleanest detonator out. It's very good. This card's needed for what's it called? Ultimate Slayer. Yeah, it's solid. Then we have two of the Spirit Alive as a blue. This card's just Strike a Dragon, so it's just Field Spell, and then it destroys itself to reborn a Blue Eyes, so it's very strong. Does a lot. And in the ground game, you just need to stick one of these. Then you reborn a Blue Eyes. When that reborn's made, and you just get everything back. It's really recursive. This deck. It's disgusting. One Seals. I love Seals. Any deck can make it. It's good. And this card's a lot better now that we can add back the barrel during our opponent's turn, so we have Drill Beam to protect it. And one SP. This probably should be something else because we play effect monsters. It's very hard for us to convert off it because we don't play Imdark or Link Spider, but it's fine. For side deck, we have, one second, we have 3 Phantasme. I really like this card right now. We play like a lot of hand traps and it helps us like push going second into like the Fiendsmith and Paradise. And you can usually summon it on your turn and your opponent's turn because of the Malice cards as well as Lacrima into Requiem. It's very cool. 3 Lancia to stop Malice. Then 3 Ultimate Slayer, card's very good. This like Rise was very hard for this deck, and this card makes it very easy. Coldblade. The second Drill Beam, you want more of these per side because your opponent's going to try and stop you from getting to Drill Beam, and it's always like a good card to draw, and you can recur very easily. So having multiples of this is very good, as well as being able to use on the shifter. Then if we draw a Drill Beam and our barrel doesn't get negated, we can get I think this is Primite Resounding Reaction is what's called in TCG. This card's just warning if you control vanilla and it resets itself. It's very strong. Next time we way to push it. Then 2 Judgment protects our back row because sometimes we can tie to back removal, and it's very solid. And then finally Skill Train because we are playing a vanilla beatdown deck sometimes. Like post side, you'll go first. Your opponent will just like chuck hand traps, charm you. You just set a skill drain, have a Drill Beam, and you can't lose. But yeah, that's the deck for now. I think it's really good. It can definitely be improved a lot. Like I've made a lot of changes since this tournament, but this is a 1v1 move, so we're gonna show it off. But yeah, that's hairyson signing off. Bye.